some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cooked the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then seasoned with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Show starts in 5 minutes.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
Show starts in 4 minutes. Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. And now, on with the show.
TOS, today on stream, the Twitch News Guy.
News on what the fuck's going on in our sphere.
The source for streamer Twitch information.
Your go-to person for Twitch news.
He does Twitch news.
All of the Twitch news, anything that has to do with like stream.
The best news on Twitch. You can get it from Zach's stream.
Fantastic informational streams about everything and anything Twitch.
The go-to for everything Twitch.
And he literally actually cares about the Twitch community.
I like to call him the Adrian Wojnarowski of Twitch.
The best Twitch news on Twitch. You're that guy that knows everything about Twitch.
You guys want to know what's going on with Twitch and what's coming on in the future, stuff like this, that's the man you want to follow and that's the man you want to watch.
Best place to get Twitch news, period.
The Twitch news extraordinaire.
Zach Bussey, best Twitch journalist to ever do it.
Indeed.
It's funny, I get most of my Twitch news from Zach.
I mean, if you ask me, he's more attractive than Devin Nash or that Slosher guy.
Oh, it's Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Zach Bussey.
Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey. Bussey.
Oh, man.
Broadcasting live around the world from the TOS.GG studio. Please welcome the host of Today on Stream, Zach Bussey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, halfway through the month. It's the 16th, and we got a great show planned for today. We're going to be talking about the future of Twitch according to Twitch. We got to talk about Honda going deep with Twitch, and Twitch ads going deep with ads. And then how MTash lost 500K on Twitch, PMG responds to the games industry layoffs, and is Twitch over? The French video, it'll be a little bit more difficult to watch. But that's the plan for today. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the people who are watching on YouTube. I am, in fact, streaming on YouTube. This main show, I do my Monday show there as well. But this is the main show that I'm now doing on YouTube as well. So hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? Welcome in. Nice to have you here. And Jesus, Monica, you're impressive. God damn, you're right on top of it. And also on Twitch, of course. We're on Twitch on the main stream, twitch.tv/Zach Bussey, and on the alt channel, Zach Bussey 2. So all kinds of different ways for people to watch things and consume today's content. But how are you all? Welcome in. Nice to see you. Let me switch over to the main scene so you can take a look at what I'm looking at. And you can see when I say hello to folks, whether they're in this chat or in different chats, because people are in different chats. There we go. Hi, Leonora's Mind. Welcome in. Welcome in. That is the first person in the YouTube chat. Growly Bear number 2. Hi, Growly Bear. Hi, Betsy. I assume that's Benzine's, but there you go. Hi, Monica. Welcome in. Monica, also, hello. Hi, Storm Chaser. Hi, Sputnik. Hi, Bionic Banny. Hi, Growly Bear. Growly Bear is also in the alt channel in Zach Bussey 2. Oh boy, people are gonna get like triple hellos because I'm not gonna know who I said hello to. I'm really relying on that little hello icon. Really relying on that hello icon. Cookie, thank you so much for the 6-month resub on Twitch. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. How are you doing? Welcome. Hi, Sans. Hi, Loves Indie Games. Pagafist, hello. Hi, Thatic Fox, welcome in. Nice to have you. Hi, LSK Study, welcome. By the way, Illusion. Goddamn. Illusion. Thank you very much for the 85 stream streak. And Sans also coming in with an 85 stream streak. There's some other people who hit, I believe, 75, 70, 80, somewhere in that range on yesterday's stream, but I, of course, didn't see it until afterwards. So it is what it is. And Salty, thank you very much for the 3-stream streak. I said that with contempt almost. Hi, Auntie Lamons. How are you doing? Welcome in. I was going to type in YouTube chat, but I got it auto-generated username that had my whole government name in it. You can change that, though, Stream Nilo. But hi, Stream Nilo. How are you? Welcome. Enjoy it while it lasts. 85. Yep. Hi, Sasha. Welcome. Just here to make sure my butt print in the couch doesn't lose shape. Exactly, Sage. Hi, Sage. How are you doing? Hi, Raymond. Welcome. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, you got that wrong. You're missing an S, Monica. You're missing an S. Hi, Bonsai. Welcome in. Spelled it wrong? Okay, yeah, you recognize it. Hi, Matrixes. Hi, Link. Welcome. Cohen. Hello. Hi, Cohen. How are you doing? Desert Ice. Welcome in. Eula Nation. TCan, thank you very much for the 3-stream streak, I guess. Hi, Cult Leader. Welcome. You better not say it with contempt. Well, too late for that. I already did it. Hi, Slashy. Slashy coming in immediately with some help here. PSA, change your visible name on YouTube before. There you go. Competitive Overwatch. Best place to check that out. Man, I got a... Can you guys see it? Yeah, of course you can see it. There's no way you can't see it. I got a zit right in between the middle of my eye. And for whatever reason, it's killing me. And like my eye is all weird and blinky as a result of it. So hopefully it's nothing worse than an actual zit. Hi, Finite. YouTube chat still super slow. Let's see. Hi, Legend Tuba Guy. How are you? Hi, Falcor. Welcome. Your third eye is showing. Yes, exactly it is. Now I don't know what's going on with my eye. Now that I've touched it, it's going to make it worse. Imagine not making a dedicated channel just for commenting on Zach's YouTube live streams and videos. What? What are you saying? Wait, what are you suggesting now? How slow is it? He's growing another Bussey from his eye. How dare you, Sage? Hi, Louis Cypher. Welcome. Any news on video for Stream Raid Train? What's a Stream Raid Train? Interesting. Hey, who did that poll? Was that you, Monica? You did that poll. Do you watch YouTube streams regularly? 72% of you say no. We also did a poll on YouTube with the exact same thing, and 55% said yes. So I guess it's the home crowd advantage there. The home crowd advantage. People are going to choose. Let me end the poll over on that side of things. People are going to choose the things that they're most likely to be on, I guess. Hi, John. John, welcome in. The news is that it needs to be done. That's fair. Hi, Katie. Welcome in. How are you doing? I used to watch YouTube regularly, then I discovered Twitch. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of interesting. For me, I'm finding myself spending of course over the years spent a ton of time on YouTube. And then since 2016, I want to say I spent a ton of time on Twitch. And probably less time on YouTube. And that was, of course, because just general interests are changing into live content. And now I find myself not fully splitting my time between the two, because I definitely still pay way more attention to Twitch. But it is a kind of thing of once you start watching some YouTube streams, they do start recommending others. They do start making it easier to find other content. Because I think that's the hardest part about YouTube right now is that you don't know who's a live streamer. You have no idea who's creating content for live for a live audience on YouTube. Because when you initially join, there's no indication that anything is in fact live. Everything is focused on shorts, heavily focused on shorts, and then obviously long form. And so it takes a really long time, and you have to be basically consistent in seeking it out yourself, making sure that you use the search to go and make sure that you're sorting by live, and it's just really unnecessarily limiting in terms of how you're able to find that content. But once you do find it, then it does make it a little bit easier. And so that's one of the reasons why I've been more compelled to, and again, kind of the original test was doing the TOS.GG newsletter recap on YouTube, because it's kind of a little bit of low risk, and I think it's a high value thing that people can actually consume. But how have I done 4 of those now? 3 of them? In doing so, in being a streamer there, has actually also changed some of my algorithm to start recommending more live content as well. And so it's kind of been a thing of, oh, okay, so once you start watching it and once you start creating it, then they start to recognize, hey, this person's here for live content. Let's serve up more live content. So I've definitely been watching a lot more streams on YouTube than I have in the past. Historically, the only person that I consistently watched on YouTube was M60, and that's because he is a former Twitch streamer who got completely fed up with the platform not giving him the username M60, and so he left. And I still find his content entertaining, and so I start watching him there. So yeah, it's kind of interesting in that, yeah, I'm just enjoying the experience on it. It's different. It's different, but I am enjoying the experience on YouTube for live content the same way that I originally enjoyed Twitch's live content, in that you find kind of niche communities and you find things that are not inherently it's not inherently the easiest to find things, but then when you do, it's just like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm used to. This is what I like. So, yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad for Twitch. I don't know if it's good or bad for anything, but I think it's good for creators. And so ultimately that is the position I'm taking from it. And that's why, yay, that's why I'm also here streaming on YouTube now, because I think that it's good to have both. AO Comfort, I love YouTube live streams, but almost never commented them. That makes sense. I watch live streams on Twitch, other video content on YouTube. YouTube is so much easier when I'm at work, whereas I can barely get Twitch's chat to work properly on mobile. Yeah, I mean, that may change with their updates. They're making some significant updates to the mobile app that may help with that. but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Can't wait until he discovers LinkedIn live streams. Oh, I've tried those, Salty. Or not tried them, but I've watched them. They're all terrible. There's no audience, and everybody is an expert, so no. Where did the name Twitch come from? So I don't know the full story on that one, but I know that they were trying to decide on it, and one of the ones that were that they were kind of leaning on was Zarth. And actually, it's funny because they still use that Zarth name behind the scenes on various things, Xarth. But then ultimately, I think that they kind of leaned in on Twitch because of maybe there's some a connection with like Twitch. When you're playing games, you have to have Twitch reflexes. But yeah. So I don't know I should probably know that, but I just don't. The silliest thing is that when a YouTube creator I would watch all of his streams on Twitch now. So I've seen all the stuff he uploads already. Ah, interesting. So it's the only stream I watch here. Very difficult to find otherwise. Yeah. Again, Tuba, the more people that you do end up watching, the more it will recommend it. If you're in Twitch on the YouTube space, you should have the Twitch Previews browser extension installed. That is true. It is a good one. I'll sometimes watch the VOD of a YouTube live stream, but never when they're live. Okay. So you're saying where YouTube is concerned, you actually have to go down the rabbit hole before you fall down the rabbit hole. Exactly, Sir Didymus. Exactly. You do have to voluntarily jump through the rabbit hole, and then you'll find yourself in the rabbit hole. Welcome, Raiders. Did we get raided? Oh, Paul. Thank you so much, Paul, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Reginald. How are you? Nice to see you're staying on brand and talking about butts. That's almost like Herbalife sending you marketing materials as soon as you sign up to be an affiliate. When I started creating live airport spotting streams on YouTube, my recommended was full of airport live spot streamers as well. Yeah. So it really is a thing of once it knows what you want, it does give it to you. Suit Tuesday, looking sharp. Velvet. I typically wear a suit jacket and a collared shirt for these streams, unless it's too warm, in which case I don't. But fortunately, I've got the AC cranked today. How are you doing, Velvet? Nice to see you. Welcome back. A fun poll I like to do is asking Twitch watchers if they know YouTube has dark theme or not. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Lots of back-end stuff on Zarth. Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Hi, Paul. Welcome. What a terrible name. That could have been. Yeah, Zarth. Yeah. We YouTubing. Hi, Reggie. Welcome. Just realized the emote is called Boomer. Didn't mean that. No, you're correct. Hey, it is a boomer. Absolutely accurate. Hi, Netherworld Ned. Mandria, how are you doing? It's Zach. It's me, indeed. Hi, Singletary. Welcome. Pants optional. Pants always optional. Pants always optional. You don't have to see from the waist down, so it doesn't matter what I wear from the waist down. All right, let's get into it. Let's jump into what we're doing today. Disappointed that Zoomer doesn't mean zombie boomer. All right, I had to read that a few times to figure out what the hell you were saying there. Let me move this over here and then move this over here. And yeah. All right, perfect. Everything's set up. I'm just going to chat in both to keep things interesting. You certainly can. By the way, one of the things that I showed or I did on the stream, all right, what I can do, Reginald, is I can actually give you the badge here as well. Zach admitting he doesn't wear pants for stream. 100%. I've admitted that many times. Hi, Mass Mage. I always picture Dan Clancy less Grossman from Tropic Thunder. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Fair enough. Isn't that Tom Cruise? Zach owns pants. I do own pants, but I try not to wear them. Actually, it's kind of... That's never mind. I'm not going to say anything. Never mind. Never mind. What was the last thing I was going to say? Oh, right. I don't know if I'm going to do this yet or not, but I showed this on stream yesterday on the morning stream for the TOS.GG newsletter, in that I changed my layout a little bit so that it's kind of similar to a lot of other people's streams. For example, who is a good example? Yeah, Shonda Black. Shonda Black is a good example here. But a lot of streamers do this in that they have their camera and then they have their chat above them, right? And then they have the video that they're going to be watching here. And that's similar to what I did. Actually, here, can I show it to you? I don't think I can because it'll break everything because I broke everything. So no, can't show it to you. But I'm thinking about doing that for these streams. The old Hassan Abi setup. Exactly. Because I do think that there is a value, especially if you're watching live content on a replay, in being able to see that. So A, there's a value there. And then 2, the reason why I might want to do that is because of the fact that I do a combined chat here, and I showed this the other day, I can show people who are exclusively TOS.GG subscribers on that overall window, which I think offers a level of protection because I don't think that any of you guys are going to do anything TOS related that would end up getting me into a problem. And then it's also kind of like I'll still be able to see everybody. So people who are not TOS.GG subscribers, I'll still be able to see you. Challenge except you better hide me then. God damn it. I should never have said anything. Does this account have the badge too? That one does. Wex text. Anyways, I have to go in and add everybody else's account if I do decide to do that. But yeah, the thing that I'm thinking of in doing so is that it does add a value point for TOS.GG subscribers that they are featured then in the VODs of things, and you get to be appearing on stream so that I can't miss things. But the downside might be that people who are non TOS.GG subscribers who are quality people. So maybe I could even, you know what? Now that I say it, hold on a goddamn second. Now that I'm saying it, as a streamer with regular chatters, do you feel like you're reading a portion of a book daily where each sentence is mostly unrelated and written by varying writing skill? Rhino, to some degree, yeah. Hi, Sunberry. Chat causing problems? Perish the thought, I know. Hi, Desert Ice over on YouTube. Yeah, no, that's kind of accurate. But it's like a collaborative book. It's kind of like if you were to doing a chooser. No, let me take that back. It's kind of like if you were going about life doing something. Maybe this is not right to say. I'm going to say, and you have a whole bunch of different voices in your head that are randomly yelling at you to do things in a slightly different way. And you're thinking about it and going, oh, yeah, maybe I should. Oh, yeah, maybe that. Oh, yeah, it's a lot. Do they finally allow chat merging? No, they haven't, Zully. They haven't. But, alas, it is what it is. I'm a low-quality chatter. So, no, I guess there's a couple ways I could do this. Because technically what I can do is I can just add people who are I can add any of you to give you a separate badge and then filter by that badge as well. Does YouTube allow butt emotes? It seems so. Oh, wait. That's on Twitch. Hi, Kai. Or Riss. I guess I could say Riss. So ADHD. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Riss. How are you doing? Anyways, I got to figure that one out. It's just another one of the things that I do want to figure out. But I do like, in doing it yesterday, I do like the layout of having chat over, especially if you have chats coming from multiple places. It does kind of make sense. I'll figure it out. Anyways, for the time being, Buttspot is gone. Buttspot is gone. It is true. Subscribe to TOS.GG to get Zach banned for on-screen chat. Well, I mean, it is an option. It does look good. It does, right? Like, in terms of being able, especially for if you're going to watch a stream back and you're going to be watching it on, for example, YouTube, like, this is why I think that it matters. This is why I do think that it matters. Again, we're kind of entering a whole new era of things here. If you watch one of these replays back, right? And live chat replay is not available for this video because I edited it. It can be, again, for these videos, it doesn't matter because it's designed to just be, hey, I'm reading through things. But for something like this, you kind of would want to see the chat. So that's why I'm thinking. I only perk up when it's necessary. that Frankenface browser thing is essential as it allows you to resize the chat window. For sure. FFZ is great. 100%. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into this week's, this day's various stories, because there's a lot of them, and it's already been half an hour. How has it already been half an hour? God damn it. The future of Twitch, safety, growth, and the importance of finding communities. I think this is going to be great for viewership. I think people are going to be like, this is a badass content. Exactly. Hi, Nidzation. I'm glad to catch the stream. Nidzation, it's a pleasure to have you here over on the YouTube stream. But I'm also Northern Lionpilled, who does not show chat in VOD. I'm going to be honest, I have never once wanted to read chat on a VOD. Well, now, so there's different options. Oh, shit, that's not working? One second. Man, there's so many things that you have to do at the beginning of a stream. Oh, no. Tom Clancy ad, here you go.
Hello, streamers. This is Tom Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. I interrupt the content you were watching today to bring you some exciting news. Today, I'm introducing a brand new feature coming to Twitch called Tom Clancy's Guest Star. You and a squad of 5 other streamers will jump into an intense, action-oriented vocal arena where only one will escape without being banned from Twitch. Now, I need you to do 2 things. First, squad up and jump in to Tom Clancy's Guest Star. Second, go subscribe on tos.gg for just $5 a month. Thanks, and good luck, streamers.
All right. There we go. Dark mode. Perfect. I'm not watching librarians vids. VODs are a second monitor thing for me. I'm not going to read chat there. No, that's fair. But there are a group of people who would read chat. And so that's why I do think that it can matter. And so maybe there's a middle. That's why I say I think that there's a middle ground there. Hi, D-Pards. Welcome in. I know multiple people that point out names they know in VODs in the librarian. Wait, what? What is librarian VODs? Depends on the type of stream. Some streams are what driving the content. Depends on the VOD and how much of the content is chat driven. But librarian puts it and it's there, and I check it sometimes, so I'm not super sure this applies. I don't know. Hi, Rain. Mars Shadow is available in Pokemon Go. Enjoy, Rain. Good luck. Librarian is Northern Lion Clips. Ah, okay. All right. Interesting. Well, we'll figure it out. Librarian is the guy who you thought is... Oh, yes. Okay. The future of Twitch, safety, growth, and the importance of finding community. I think there's a lot of positivity around Twitch right now. I don't look at the chat as well, unless the editor zooms in on it. Fair. Well, then I'll figure this out. See, the other thing that I think is important, maybe not important, but I don't know. Doesn't matter. The biggest headlines for Twitch this year have been focused on the past. Last month, high-profile streamer guy Dr. Disrespect Beam admitted he was permanently banned from Twitch in 2020 after exchanging messages with an individual minor back in 2017. What a way to start an article about Twitch's future. Dear God. Following reports... a former Twitch employee stated Beam continued to send sexually explicit messages even after the minor's age was known. His admission was somewhat prompted by his removal from his own development studio. It's a shocking story and one that Twitch seems keen to distance itself from. When I asked specifically for comment on the Dr. Disrespect story, I received a flat no comment, which is more than I've ever gotten from Twitch, so good for him. I guess if you're in person, they can't just ignore you. Hi, Illuminatix. Brime? I think you can say Brime in here. I think I have unblocked Brime. Maybe not. I don't know. That's not surprising. Twitch has never comments on specific streamer cases and is instead focused on its platform. However, Twitch did follow up to emphasize the importance of safety on the platform. Hi, Moblord. Not unblocked? Okay. I don't know why. I thought that I did, but I'll fix it at another point. Twitch did follow up with up to emphasize the importance of safety on the platform. Harassment has no place on Twitch, and we take enforcement of our harassment and hateful conduct policies seriously, a spokesperson told me, before detailing a number of features used to promote safety, including auto mod, shield mode, and follower verification, none of which would have stopped Dr. Disrespect from messaging a minor. These tools, in addition to our ongoing 24/7 content moderation, help prevent harassment on Twitch. We continue to build on this work. Fair enough. Happy Amazon Prime Day to those who celebrate. That is true. Yes, for all the people who do gather around the Amazon Alexa device, and you open your gifts of 20% off of something that went up 50% yesterday in price, so that it looks like a sale, but it's not really. Congratulations. I did end up buying something though. I've been looking for an understanding desk walking pad for a while, just to get some more steps and be a little bit healthier, that kind of thing. And I bought one. And then it went on sale for $5 less, so I canceled the order. And then I went to reorder it, and then for whatever reason, it applied the original discount plus the additional discount, so I ended up getting it for 50% off. And I was very happy, because that's much lower than it has ever been, or any of them have ever been. Yeah. You bought the same one, Bonsai? Did you? Wait, really? But yeah, I was very happy. Probably picked up some bone-conducting headphones. Oh, shit. Reginerd, are you going to be like Dan Clancy? Just wearing them around all the time? Hell yeah. Yep. Lurking back in a bit. I appreciate it, Paul. Enjoy your lurk. Hoping to get some more storage because being a graphics person and video editor means 1 terabyte got eaten real fast. Yeah, 1 terabyte will disappear very, very quickly. I'm on, I think I have between my 3 drives 4. I have a 2 terabyte, a 1, and a 1, and they're always packed up. So I don't know. At the subsequent TwitchCon Europe, what is all these ads? At the subsequent TwitchCon Europe 2024 event held in Rotterdam, the mood was decidedly more positive, with Twitch understandably keen to instead look ahead at Twitch's future. Tried your link, but we are currently experiencing high volume of searches. Please try again in a few minutes. Oh no. Hi, Blue Magus. How are you? Well, what exactly is Twitch's future? It is a very, very good question, by the way. It is a very, very good question. A lot of non-TOS. Most of it's VODs. I'll be honest with you. Most of it is VODs of this stream that I just have not uploaded to YouTube or haven't done anything with. In January, in the wake of layoffs, CEO Dan Clancy acknowledged that Twitch wasn't profitable, leading to concern among some streamers about the longevity of the Amazon-owned streaming platform. Yeah, I don't think that that's inherently changed, though, and I don't think that anybody should look at that lightly and be like, oh yeah, an Amazon-owned company that they've had for a decade is not profitable. People should be concerned. That concern should not be totally assuaged, ignored, because it's not a wise thing to do. Surstis, thank you very much, Surstis, for the 85 stream streak. God damn it. I would hate to see the size of my VOD folder on my NAS. Sure, VODs. I wonder what that stands for in this context. Fair enough. I spoke to both VP of product, by the way, but at the same time as that concern exists, I don't think that it's inherently something that should drive you to changing what you do, other than to mitigate risk whenever possible. I would say, on paper, me streaming currently to YouTube is one of those ways in which you mitigate risk. I spoke to both VP of Product, Jeremy Forrester, and VP of Global Partnerships, Pontus Eskilsson, at TwitchCon, who reassured me that Twitch isn't going anywhere. For both execs, the key word was sustainability. Hi, Ghost. People should have some concern. After all, there's quite a few who are supported entirely by streaming on Twitch. Yeah, 100%. And 100% of their income comes from Twitch. And that is something that is precarious at best. We definitely aren't intending to be around for many years. Well, that's not a... That's not reassuring. If you're intending to be around, that's the opposite of being sure. That's saying you're oh no. We definitely are intending. Why not just we definitely will be around for many years? Said Forrester. Obviously, the biggest action that we took was the layoffs to try and put Twitch in a position to be sustainable for the long run. We want to be in a position where we can continue supporting our creator for the longest time. 31 terabytes? Oh my god. We're constantly evolving, says Eskilson. We had a difficult start of the year, but since then we've kept iterating. We've launched more things that have helped more streamers grow and make more money. We keep putting up things that we believe are going to be net good for the community, and we're doing so in a sustainable way. That's really the key here, making sure that sustainability for us in the long run is top of mind, and the intent for us is to be here 40 years from now. It won't, but okay. They won't be around in 40 years. In the internet age, nothing lasts that long. Unfortunately, it just won't be. So I appreciate the sentiment, but I think that if you said 20 years, I'd believe them. 40 years is too long. It's just not realistic. While neither VP works directly in the safety team, it's still an important facet of the job, considering both streamers and viewers. Safety usually comes into the process very near the start. So when we're building new products, we work very closely with our safety team. I don't think it'll be around in 40 years. Yeah, I don't think it'll be around in 40 years. Explain Forrester. He mentions products like Stream... Why? Guys, stop this. If you want to be around for 40 years, it can't be on the back of Stream Together. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. We haven't done it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play America's favorite game show. It's time, of course, to play Zach Bussey's Guest Star. The only game on Twitch that we guess how many people are currently using Guest Star. Calling it Stream Together with Zach, yeah. The game is quite simple. Unfortunately for YouTube viewers, you won't be able to play at this point, but you do get to watch. So sit back and chat, I guess. The way that this works is rather simple. In Twitch on the main channel, I'm going to start a poll here, and that poll is going to ask you how many people are currently using Guest Star. Is there between 17 under 17, 18 to 21, or is there 22 plus? How do I do this? I can do it right here. Predictions. More or less Guest Star. Perfect. And start. There it is. There it is. Better update that to be used on YouTube soon. I know, Eleanor, it's true. I'm guessing 18.5 exactly. Fair enough, Sunberry. That works. I should move over so you can see the little thing there. So yeah, put your channel points in right now to make the guess. Now the way that it's important to recognize that when we do this, it only counts the people who have the overlay and have the little plus next to the name saying that they're indicating that they are with somebody else. The reality is that there are lots of people who sometimes have it open that used it recently, and it still shows you on the page, but ultimately they're not using it. They're not actively using it. They just may have used it in the past. What do we got here? 61% currently on the 18 to 21, 36% on the 0 to 17, and a small 3%. Oh, well, now 11%, now 10%. Changing in real time. You have to use the overlay for it to count? Yes, Zully. Yes. In that it has to... yeah, if you're not... It doesn't show that you're using it otherwise, so... Anyways, let's do it. We got to zoom in here so we don't spoil ourselves. Guest Star. All right, here we go. Zoom out a little bit. So there you go. So there's 2 people using it. This is the overlay, by the way. The obnoxious overlay designed to steal attention from other people. It literally is attempting to steal attention for no good reason from other creators by trying to give them an advantage to say, hey, look, we're using this. 2. 4. Wait, how do you have +6 people? Okay, Twitch is now double dipping on people. Just saying, yeah, you have 1 million people using it. Okay. 6, 8, 10, 12. Uh-oh. 14, 16, 18, 19. Oh! It was technically 18. That was the shocking point. It was technically 18. That was the shocking number. It was technically 18. That was a shocking number. Hi, Ariella. How are you? 19 people are using Guest Star. 2.5 years after launch, original launch, beta test launch, 2.5 years later, and still, fractionally, no one is using it. Twitch tracker. Just always is the case. It's that I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over again. 121,000 channels live right now. 19 divided by 121,000 channels is 0. Well, as expressed as a percentage, is 0.015%. 0.015% are using Guest Star. Oh, well, thank you all for playing Zach Bussey's Guest Star. Wow. 18 to 21, 15 of you are the big winners. Congratulations to you who won. The future of Twitch is used by 19 people. I feel like it'd be used for again, this is the problem. Is that they always bring it up. Every single person is bringing it up all the time. Every update, everything is going into this goddamn feature that nobody statistically is using. There was, by a factor of, to give you a reference point, 100. No, wait. How do you express this as 4%? 4 divided by 0.016? 250 times as many people. 250 times more people. That can't be right. Because 4% of all Twitch's stream hours were using their own first-party streaming service, and they shut it down because of low use. 4%. And they can't get more than 0.02% to use this goddamn feature. God damn it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Weren't we gambling over the numbers that will come after the zero and the percentage? I mean, maybe we should, Rain. That might be the thing that we do. Anyways, these guys have to stop doing this. If you want this to be around for 5 years, this has to stop. This has to stop. You guys have to stop this nonsense. This absolute waste of money. Hi, Lady Bonfire, by the way. Welcome in. Nice to have you here. Hi, Caduceus. You seem frustrated. Oh, I'm not frustrated at all. I'm frustrated in the sense that there's so much more things that Twitch could be doing with all of that development hours and time and effort and focus that would actually improve the platform, that would actually, of things that people actually use that do need to be updated. Rather than a feature that nobody uses, statistically, nobody uses, and but sucks the energy out of the room at Twitch. So it's a frustration in that sense. I don't care. At the end of the day, I sleep fine knowing it is what it is. They're going to make whatever choice that they want to make, but it's a bad choice that they're making, and they're continuing to making, and I don't know why they continue to make it. He mentions products like Stream Together, Guest Star, and its new drop-in feature revealed at the convention's opening ceremony, which, by the way, if you saw the clip of them announcing it, Dane Clancy was like, yeah, you guys can clap now. You guys can clap at that one. And nobody really did. Where streamers are given control over specific mechanisms to ensure their safety. Hi, Terraria. Welcome in. The recent discovery filters around content classification labels are also a way for viewers to safely control content. I agree. That's a good one. It's a very tight collaboration between the two teams, added Forrester, because we don't want to learn something that then ends up being used as a form of abuse. That's the worst feeling. Hi, Aureus. Please clap. Yep. It's always an exciting moment when the speaker begs for adoration from the crowd. Yeah. Yes, there's a little bit like putting a sunroof on an outhouse. It may seem like a good idea, but no. I mean, even then, that's, a little bit of light inside. It's not a terrible idea, but, it's a very said Eskilson. Streamer safety is top of mind for me. It's important for us that we run an inclusive website. While they unban Sneeko, but okay. Everybody's well-being on Twitch is definitely a key area for us, and we've been investing a lot in safety features to give to moderators and to streamers. Hi, JD. Welcome. That's something we're going to keep doing for the foreseeable future because it's an ever-evolving work stream. Fair enough. Fair enough. During the opening ceremony, JD, how are you doing? Welcome. During the opening ceremony, Clancy revealed the platform's new mission statement: create belonging by enabling streamers to build community. This is how Twitch will operate, and a major element of that is listening to feedback from streamers to improve the relationship between platform and users. The relationship has sometimes been called into question. For instance, at the start of the year, Twitch frequently amended its community guidelines on sexual content as streamers pushed the boundaries of what is acceptable. Hi, Vader. Welcome in. Maybe Amazon is just using their Twitch workforce to create their own AWS-powered video call app. To some degree, you are correct about that, Rain. To some degree, you are correct about that. Did we solve the profitability problem yet? No. No. Twitch is... I don't know if I should say this, but... Let's just say ads are tough to sell in a industry that is experiencing a ton of layoffs. And that means like the gaming industry. We've obviously seen and the tech industry. There's been mass layoffs this entire year, all of last year. And as such, it makes it very, very hard to sell ads to companies that then want to advertise in this space. At the same time as the company itself is also I gotta be careful. I don't want to say too much. Long and the short, I would say that Twitch is nowhere near closer to being profitable than they were this time last year or the year before that. The reality is, so here's kind of how that works. In that, when you let's say last year, this is what things looked like, right? You had ups and downs. Well, when you lay people off, and they did so at the beginning of the year, so we're going to change that to being a different time, so we'll do a slightly different color here. So this is 2023. This is 2024. When you initially have a gap already that exists because of the fact that the industry itself is kind of dropping, and then you lay people off, well, the impact of a layoff is that most of them still get paid a significant amount of their overall... They stay on the books for a long period of time, and they get severance, and so on, and you experience a significant productivity drop-off. So your costs remain relatively the same for a significant portion of the year, but your overall productivity drops significantly because A, you have this kind of period after a layoff where you have to kind of reorganize everybody back into groups that make sense and get them working again and collaborating. And then B, you also, as I said, you still have to kind of do more with less, and you're still paying for a lot of those people. So the overall thing is that the actual impact of those layoffs really won't be felt until 2025 when they're officially off the books. Now, this is at the same time as Twitch has moved basically the entire ad sales team. Twitch used to operate their own ad sales team who are very well versed in what Twitch does and Twitch properties and Twitch rivals and such. They have now moved, and they continue to move, all of those people to Amazon. Twitch no longer will have any kind of ad sales team, and I don't think they have many people left who are still just purely on Twitch. Most of them are now Amazon ad sales people. Even if you go to one of the websites that we used to look at all the time, which is Twitch's advertising blog, which is, hey, here's all the things about Twitch's brand, and if you want to work with us, here's all our information. Well, all this stuff, if you go to contact, it redirects you to Amazon ads. If you go to the blog, oh, actually, the blog still holds there. What's the other one? Oh, it's resources that I'm thinking of. Where's the resources page? Oh, this has changed too. Anyways, they've effectively everything is kind of going through Amazon now. So, yeah. Anyways, all in all, Twitch is probably currently, at least on the books, further away from profitability than they were in 2023. But that's because of decreased productivity and the layoffs, generally speaking, still being on the books in terms of the overall cost to pay those people out for salaries that continued on for a bit, as well as severance. Hi, Dragon Gem. How are you? Maybe they just keep increasing TwitchCon ticket prices. Problem solved. Especially since they laid off a lot of the longer tenured people. Yeah. So again, 2025 will be when you actually start to see, and that's why 2025 is going to be an interesting year, is because that's the first year that will truly end up being representative of, hey, this is Dan Clancy's Twitch now, and this is the lean, mean fighting machine that has cut 50% of their staff over the last couple of years. It is focused in on one particular mission. It has removed its ad sales team. It's gotten rid of all kinds of different teams. Engineering might be moving some portion of well, okay, to kind of explain that one a little bit more, Twitch used to operate their own, or continues to somewhat maybe operate some of their own. It's unclear how this kind of operates, so take this with a grain of salt. But effectively, Twitch used to operate their own servers and their own infrastructure, and that was the Twitch Twilight service, which is what we used to use. And so if any of you have noticed any kind of change in the overall consumption of things taking a little bit longer to load, or the player crashing a little bit more, or sometimes and I know Ferocious has experience, you see it on Twitter all the time, sometimes streams just don't really play very well. That's largely because it seems more and more that Twitch is moving their infrastructure from being Twitch operated to Amazon IVS operated, which again, it's the same product effectively, but it previously operated in two different tech stacks, but it is the same stuff ultimately. It's the exact same stuff, but it's just the operator of it is different. And so if your operator is no longer the people who operate Twitch, they're now moving to Amazon to operate as a third party. So as Twitch, and Dan Clancy actually said this, I feel like I'm babbling here. It's just very complicated. It's very complicated. But yeah, at the beginning, or a couple years ago, Dan Clancy also had said that if you take a look at the overall cost of AWS, it's very, very expensive. And that was actually kind of telegraphing that, oh, they are moving their things over from being Twitch operated with their purple cords to Amazon operated through IVS. Do it for a living? You're making sense? Hell yeah, Mangozy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Klima. So all in all, basically what you're seeing is the shift of Twitch being a technology company that has created and manages and operates its own infrastructure, a global infrastructure that enables the very low latency deployment of live video almost anywhere around the world. Now we're seeing that Twitch is becoming a kind of like, not really, but kind of like what Kick is in terms of they're operating off of servers that are owned by a parent company, Amazon, not entirely, but to some degree. And they're kind of becoming like a service buyer of Amazon services to operate their own service. So they're kind of, but again, they originally built that service. Then at the same time, exactly, Ghost, they've cut out places like Korea, and this may be a leak. I don't know if it is or not, but I know that there is some level of discussion of, are there other regions that cost us too much money? And there probably is. There's regions that cost them money that don't generate revenue. And I think that an easy one to look at, I'm sorry to say this, but it's probably Turkey. Turkey is and that's largely because of inflation. And Turkey has kind of a couple bad things going for them. No, Australia should be fine, but core inflation rate, yeah, like 75%. You look at like the long term of since 20, like even before the pandemic, they were at 15, 16, 20% inflation rate. And now they hit peak of 76%. And then the inherent problem with a country like Turkey is that, well, because inflation is so high, there's not a lot of people who can subscribe. And so you saw the increase in prices where previously sub prices were 21 cents. It was $9.90 try to USD. So that used to be like 41 cents literally a month ago. Oh man. Or maybe, okay, it was a little bit longer than that. 38 cents. When was it a month ago? 31 cents a month ago? Anyways, it just doesn't look good. Twitch Prime subs are only 9 cents. There's a good example, DCAN. And they increased the price to $44.90. So, and again, when you're living in a country that just has rapid inflation, the reality is you cannot afford to be subscribing to Twitch streamers. That also comes with the fact that Turkey has a problem with fraud. Bit fraud in Twitch Turkey going big and worldwide. Many non-Turkish users reporting stolen CCs and many non-Turkish streamers leaking fraud offers. The Twitch streamer, Turkish police detained 40 people over Twitch streamer money laundering scheme. There's a lot of things going against the grain against Turkey. And so that's kind of why you saw such a dramatic increase in the overall price of subs.
A new follower.
Is that it's just not viable. So I think that's kind of Twitch's way to balance the scale and hopefully get some people to subscribe. Plus, I don't know how many ads are available in Turkey. Probably not a ton. The price of Adobe subscription in Turkey is very low, I've heard. Good to know. Hi, Contingency Plan. How are you doing? Welcome. Always cut against the grain when carving a turkey. I've heard that. Anyways, so all that is to say is that Twitch is kind of going through a dramatic change as a company. We've already seen it. They cut off an entire region, Korea, and massive layoffs, change of structure of the business. One of the things that Emmett Shear somewhat gets credit for is that he was seen by the Amazon execs as being a really solid leader. Why he ended up becoming, or he was taken on by OpenAI to lead them as their interim CEO when there was all that drama at OpenAI, is because the tech industry still sees him as a very, very good CEO. They see him as a tech leader, whereas I think most of us would think that he is kind of a bum who forgot the fact that he even ran Twitch for many, many years. But one of the things that he did do is he kept all the technology in-house, and he really cared about that thing because he helped build it. So anyways, so as I said, we're just in for the future of Twitch is very, very different than what it was, and we're already seeing that, and we will probably continue to see those kind of changes. I went from $4.99 to $6.49 last week. Oof, DeLorean. I can't wait for Twitch to start reporting family daily activity people like Facebook. You watch Twitch, we'll count your family as viewers too. You talked to your mama about Asmongold last stream, right? True. Yep. They might do that. And a VPN and an online credit card like Revolt are enough to make a subscription from there, allegedly. That's good to know. What can Twitch do? Fully block people from Turkey? Well, I mean, they can remove the ability for people to actually the monetization of it. They could potentially block people. Yeah, they could set up their own firewall to prevent people from Turkey from accessing and having to use a VPN or whatever. But anyways, all in all, we don't know if that's going to happen or not. That's just rumor of what I have heard is being considered, but whether or not that ends up transpiring, we'll have to wait and see. They ended service in South Korea. Yeah. They did spend some cash recently to get unblocked in Turkey, though, I would assume. I don't know if they spent any cash to do that, but yeah. I get banner ads on phones, so maybe it's that. Banner ads are all Amazon, though. Yes, so those are directly related to... I will not complain, but Twitch still doesn't deliver ads to me when I use their app, so I refuse to believe that ads on Twitch work at all. They'll get banner ads on my phone. Yeah, so the stream display ads are ones that are operated kind of automatically through Amazon ads. As long as you have an Amazon seller account, you can actually buy them.
Have you ever thought about how, to a horse, the world is basically Candyland? Like they're wandering down a trail and boom, there's just some thistles. And then to the left, a delicious tree. There's just food all over the ground, everywhere. Horses seem pretty excited about it. Subscribe with Prime.
That's right. I took a look at Emmett's Twitter feed, and that man's brain is absolutely wild. Yeah, Emmett is an interesting character, to say the least. Can we sell TOS.GG on Amazon and run ads on Twitch that way? I've looked into it, Salty. I've looked if there's a possibility to run something like that. I think I might have to actually figure out something in terms of if I were to sell TOS.GG merch there, but then I don't know how to do that in terms of it being a drop shipping kind of thing with fourthwall. But yeah. I have looked into that to see if that is viable, because I think that would be a fun thing to do. What is the reason why Twitch and Amazon ads don't do self-serve? I think they're trying to. They are trying to. The problem is, or at least my understanding of the problem is that they historically, in terms of the kind of ads that they actually generate enough revenue to be worth it to serve, I think that they want to have video ads only. Whereas their infrastructure, I mean, if you take it, one of the reasons why Amazon is one of the biggest advertising networks in the world is because everything that you look on Amazon is a goddamn ad. I don't want to dox myself here, so just 1 second. Sometimes when I log in, it's like, is this your address? And I go, fuck. Oh no, Baby Bat's calling me. Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Baby. It's me, Baby Bat. Oh, wait. Is that your drink over there?
A big raid!
What's that? I can have it. Oh, yum. Tastes so good. Thanks. Zacky Wacky. You're the greatest thing of all the things.
Dimitri, thank you so much for the raid. Contingency plan, what the fuck? Contingency plan, what the fuck? She can speak twice? Hi, Dimitri. Dimitri, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Hi, Hazard. Hi, Polycast. Hi, Greg Wire. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Is this where we complain about ads? Yes. You guys want some ads? You can certainly complain about ads. How was your stream? What were you streaming? She was talking...
Did your account get suspended fairly, but you want it overturned?
I'll fix it.
Are you unhappy with the rules and want them adjusted specifically for you?
I'll fix it.
Are you an employee in the middle of answering a question about...
I'll fix it. Hi, I'm CEO John Delancey, and I fix things. No job too small, no task too basic. No one knows better than me, not even my employees. So if you have something you want to fix, I'll fix it. Call 857-758-5055 and I'll fix it.
Walking, checking out the flood damage in Thompson Park out east. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, Toronto had some major, well, a lot of southern Ontario had some major rain. We had some flooding here in Toronto. The one of the highways was completely, the river that runs beside it broke its broke its barriers and flooded the streets. And I think that one way is still closed right now. And downtown closer to the water was actually just full of water. Pretty wild. You should have used 8675309 as a meme. Well, DeLorean, that phone number I did previously have. I think I might still own the phone number, but I did purchase the phone number so that you could call it and actually leave a message. And there was a voicemail of John Delancey that would answer and ask you about questions and stuff like that. But it no longer exists anymore. I'm gonna call him. I get a guy deep breathing Zach. You didn't call it Caduceus. It doesn't work anymore, Singletary. It doesn't work anymore. But yeah, I spent, it was spending too much money. I spent $20 to get that thing set up with the whole AI thing so that it would respond to things. Oh my God, it's a whole dumb thing. I got suspended after the number shut down. True. I no need to call them. Anyways, none of you were curious enough to test it. And so I was like, what the fuck? How is nobody curious? How is nobody curious? I both respect and laugh at how much you commit to these dumb jokes. I mean, hey, Sarah, if you got to do it, you got to do it. I didn't know. You see a random phone number in an ad that I've created and you don't think that there's a deeper meaning there. You don't think that there's more to the joke. I never mentioned it. I didn't say it at all, Singletary. I didn't say it at all. It just feels like it'd be a thing that you'd be like, somebody would be curious and be like, hey, what's that? I hate talking on the phone. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. That actually does make a lot of sense. If you're older and see enough fake phone numbers from Saturday Night Live, you stop calling them. That makes sense. All right, fair enough. We didn't think you were channeling, sir. Mike's a lot with your phone numbers there. I figured it probably was a number for something, but I was too lazy to think more about it. Not gonna lie, that's fair. Well, now you guys know that in the future, you should look for Easter eggs and things because it might be deeper. There might be deeper. Hi, Memnot. I don't want Zach to get my phone number from caller ID. Fair, Memnot. Anyways, let's continue. Let's get through this goddamn article. That relationship has somewhat been called into question. For instance, at the start of the year, Twitch frequently amended its community guidelines on sexual content as streamers push the boundaries of what is acceptable. I assume you were just leaking Dan's actual phone number and I didn't have anything to ask him. Now, that would be funny. Actually. Moments like this suggest a certain antagonism between Twitch and its streamers.
Mob Lord asked me, what can I buy on Amazon Prime for Amazon Prime Day, brought to us by Amazon? And what would you buy? Let me tell you, Amazon Prime Day is tremendous. It's huge. You can get just about anything. Believe me, electronics, home goods, fashion, it's all there.
Tourniquets.
Personally, I would go for something big, something great, like a top-notch TV, to watch all the fake news on a huge screen. And maybe some golf gear because golf is fantastic. Deals are going to be unbelievable, folks. So don't miss out.
First aid kit. A Secret Service pretend uniform, like a Halloween costume. Although Twitch's changes at least show it is listening and responding to feedback more transparently than before. TwitchCon is a great example of us trying to get out there and spend time with streamers. Red tie is so triple you didn't notice. TwitchCon is a great example of us trying to get out there and spend time with streamers, really understand their feedback, really understand what their pain points are, and making sure that we're listening first and foremost, said Forrester. Clancy, in particular, is described as a very hands-on CEO. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Who has met hundreds of streamers to understand their needs over recent months, and aims for more transparent communication via the regular Patch Notes stream. Is that tomorrow? Is Patch Notes tomorrow or next week? I don't actually know. I should look that up to make sure. Is it tomorrow? It might be tomorrow. Isn't it? No, it's always Wednesday. Third Wednesday of the year? Clancy's World. It's true, Medicine Man. It is Clancy's World. And I think you would prefer if I was trumped. How do we get deeply in that just minorly injured, nothing serious? How do we deeply, what am I saying here? How do we more deeply engage with the community so that we feel like we're building together, said Forrester. I've seen the sentiment change a lot over the last couple of years, and I think there's a lot of positivity around Twitch right now. I do think it's been paying off. Okay. Eskilson also noted, by the way, all right, I'm not going to say anything. I think I somewhat agree. Yeah, I think I would agree. See, the thing that I always kind of have to think about is that from my perspective, and I talked about this in the Discord, it's very easy for me to feel like I'm only seeing the negatives because of the fact that if things are working, people don't say anything, right? If the site is up and the money is coming in and so forth, like you have no, you're not getting hate rated. You feel like you're growing. You feel like the clip system is working for you. Like when everything is working as intended, nobody's just like, oh yeah, this is great. Everything's amazing. People just go, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be. It's the default state is everything working. So when things end up being that they're not working, or that revenue is down, or subscriptions are down, or viewership is down, or something isn't working, the clip system is broken. I know that a lot of people have had issues over the last 72 hours of trying to create clips. My inherent perception there is that I see a lot of that. I see that a lot more often, and it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny for me in that I often feel, and I try to give myself general happiness checks, I guess is the kind of way that I would describe it, to be like, am I too negative? Is my perception on something too negative because of the fact that all I end up hearing from people is generally negatives? And so I do try to kind of, okay, you just try to create a clip now, failed again? Yeah. So I think that there's something that they're, because as I know that they are going to be launching this new clip system, so you may just be that you're kind of in a weird gray zone right now. Every day at Twitch, engineers are maintaining a giga complicated thing to work flawlessly and no one noticed. Yeah. So that kind of trying to manage my own sentiment with other people's negative sentiment, and at the same time, as I discussed in the Discord yesterday, was it just yesterday, 2 days ago? I also take a lot of shit. There's also a lot of negativity about me from some groups of Twitch staff who for whatever reason, I don't claim to know all the things that they dislike me for, but that also gets back to me. People talk, staff talk, streamers talk, large partners talk. It's a kind of thing of yeah. This is just good advice for everybody, not just anybody here, not staff, but just in general. You should operate under the premise that when you do talk to people, assume the person you're talking about may end up hearing about it. Just to be clear. Again, I do my best to manage that negativity that I hear from people about their experiences with Twitch, with what I get from in terms of understanding what Twitch is doing from behind the scenes, with the personal attacks that I end up taking, and still trying to come out on the end of that being optimistic and hopeful for the future of streaming. So yes, anyways, that's I just been trying to explain a little bit more of what I go through lately to people, because it can sometimes be slightly overwhelming when you just hear bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. Not that with some of them being more bad than others in terms of how they're directed or how personal they are about me and such. But yeah, all in all, if I ever feel like I'm being too negative here, just understand I'm trying to do a delicate balance of trying to maintain like the composure of somebody who just only gets to hear negative things all the time, and then still come to stream and being like, yeah, this clip system is gonna be awesome and it's great. So that's why I release my energy on guest star. That's how I balance myself out. I was able to create clips on PC earlier, but I am not able to just now on mobile. Interesting. I may have messed up the clips on this. Actually, hold on. I may have fucked up clips on this stream. That actually might be a me thing, because I think I turned them off by accident. Or not by accident, but when I did the stream the other day. That might be on me. 1 second. Yeah, that's on me. That is on me. Yep. There you go. That should be back on. That should be back on. Some people proper hate Zach. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. They do. There's some people who do. And that's okay. That's okay. People are allowed to hate me, but, you know. Be less obvious with it. Be less vocal about it. Just keep it to yourself, I think, is probably the wise idea, because it doesn't ingratiate the idea. Same for me, by the way. Like, if I really dislike somebody, I typically keep it to myself, because there's nothing to gain from just spreading hate about somebody. Like, I don't hate Dan Clancy. I think that some of his choices are questionable at times, but I don't hate him. The people who I do hate, you guys will never know, because I'll never talk about them. I don't bring them up. It's not important to bring them up. They can exist, and I can exist, and it's totally fine. We don't have to have arguments that way. I don't think any company likes it when people report the negatives of the company. For sure, Pearl. Yeah, you're right. Hi, Pearl, by the way. Welcome. Pearl watching over on...
suck!
watching over on YouTube.
Moblord asked me,
Yes.
have you seen the sentiment change a lot over the last couple of years? And do you think there's a lot of positivity around Twitch right now? Do you think it's been paying off? Is Dan Clancy bollocks? Ah, yes. Sentiment on Twitch about as stable as a Reliant Robin on an ice rink. Over the past few years, the atmosphere has shifted more than the gears on an Aston Martin driven by a learner. Positivity. Well, it's as rare as a Ferrari in a scrapyard. As for Dan Clancy, whether he's bollocks or not, that's like asking if a Lada is a luxury car. Take from that what you will.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of those things that were just said mean. So I have no idea if that was positive or not. Why would you say... what would you say to Twitch banning a streamer for saying hello to a new follower and be banned for 7 days for saying a name Twitch allowed to be made? Billy, I would say that it is generally important for the streamer to be aware of what you're actually saying. Trick names that are designed to actually get you to say something you don't want to say are relatively, or used to be a staple of streaming back in the day. Like if you're, when I started streaming in 2018, I slurp my man juice. Yeah, exactly. ICE_WALLO, and then a variety of other things that you might occur after that was so common that it probably was the most likely name created. Yeah, I swallow. Yeah. Why did I just say it like that? Why did I just... What's wrong with me? Anyways, the TLDR here, though, is that if you do get... why do I create opportunities to create clips of me?
It's a good thing. I'm a chimp at swallowing.
Exactly. But the thing that I would say, Billy, is appeal that. Appeal that. Say, make sure that you appeal the suspension and try to stay on top of that appeal as well, because I think it's important to get those kind of things removed. If you can say to the company, hey, it wasn't actually intended as hateful, I was literally reading a name, and you can link the account that was part of it, then yeah, that will help your cause there. So the truth comes out. Yes. Always assume whoever you're flinging shade at will hear about it. Yeah. Zach, your best person for Twitch news, and I'm being honest. Keep up the good work. Stay cool. Is toasty everywhere. Thanks, DeLorean. Thank you. Hi, Goof Guy. Does Zach even know who Jeremy Clarkson is? Nope. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That was just words. It was pretty much word salad. Yeah. Perfectly cromulent British. High spoused. Reggie knows. How's a streamer supposed to know every slurred name in the world? This was not common. So you're not. Billy, one of the things that I would recommend to any streamer is if you're unsure of a name, stick with the parts that you do know. So for example, I don't know what Kupriyanov means. I'm sure it's just his last name, but I'll always just say Dimitri. Ariala, Illusion. If you see something that you don't inherently know what it means, you don't have to say the full name. You could just shorten it. Be like, can I call you Bill? Can I call you Billy? Can I call you Ice? That kind of thing. That would be the recommendation. Hi, Pixie Doe. Oh, okay, I know. Hi, Audrey. It's enthusiasm. I know, Slashy. I understand, but it was just you're having conversation. You're just talking. Hi, Wizworld. Giving bananas. Appeal that. Yes, exactly. Twitch doesn't ban streamers who just read a name like that. No. Yeah, I would say that probably. Muppets. Hi, Muppets. Not Muppets. Hi. Forget it. I did appeal and they upheld it. I should send you the nonsense. Yeah, sure. Billy, if you want to send me a DM, I'm available on Twitter. Just shoot a DM with a clip or a link or whatever. I'll take a look at it. Cause yeah. When in doubt, pronounce it wrong on purpose. Exactly. I wasn't unsure, and I do just as you said. Okay, all right. So that's interesting then, Billy. I'm confused by that then. So I would definitely like to have more context there. I'm 57 and know a thing or two about the world and life. Fair. Zach is becoming Fix It Dan. I've been Fix It Dan for 5 years. No, that's not true. I have been Explainer Dan for 5 years. I have done effectively the role of Twitch's support accounts for many people for many years, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm glad to be helpful for people where I may have been able to offer a solution that they otherwise would not have been able to find. Or they could have found, but it would have taken time. They would have had to tie up people at Twitch, etc. So, hi, Fumi. Fumi, how are you? Welcome in. Twitch does ban people for saying obscure names. Sure, they might. Again, I have to know more about the actual story there. If you ever wonder why Zach is not streaming on a particular day, now you know why. God damn it. Eskilson. I'm just going to call him Esky because I think he's from the Britain land. And so there's I think Wiley's name was Esky Boy. Yeah, Wiley. Oh, will this get me shut down on YouTube? Let's find out. This happens when you do a DMCA. No, nothing. No copy strikes. All right. Fair enough. Okay. We got to get back into content. We got to get back into content. So anyways, it's true. This is shit. Hi, Banny. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, Banny, by the way. Hi, Banny. Banny, how are you? I'm still going to TwitchCon San Diego after being treated very, very unfairly. I understand, Billy. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Esky Boy. That's his name now. He is just Esky Boy. Esky Boy also noted that the round table is just like Mikey Minty is Mikey Minty. Eskilson Pontus is now just Esky Boy. Esky Boy also noted the round tables and different forums at TwitchCon and online in which the platform is gathering feedback. We need to keep iterating and need to keep adjusting and keep adapting to the overarching streaming community and the needs of the streaming community. Oh boy, God, that is marketing speak 101 in too many ways. I'm surprised you didn't mention the synergy between the platform and creators. He said, "Our intent is to keep building things within the with the community. It's not something that we want to do in a silo," which is funny because that's how Twitch has operated in the past, in that every single department was so heavily siloed. You had support, you had community, and I think it still probably is this way to some degree, marketing, and everything just kind of operated in its own narrow silos. That it was you had not a lot of cross collaboration, which is why so many people, so many staffers often got news about what the platform was doing from me before they were getting it internally. I think it's gotten a little bit better now, but yeah, and there's just less staffers overall, so that makes it a little bit easier. Well, obviously, I say that not with yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Operating in a silo is kind of how they existed and maybe still exist to some degree. I think it has less to do with what I said and more to do with how I look, if I'm being fair. DM Discord. Ideally Twitter, but Discord is okay too, Billy, yeah. And being transparent as part of the conversation is key there. Perhaps one way for Twitch to grow and maintain sustainability is through non-gaming content. 100% it is! Been screaming about that for 4 years. Sometimes there's no joy in being right, by the way. There's really no joy in being right. It just feels bad because it's like, why are whatever. Gaming streams are most prominent on the platform, but just chatting is continually the most used tag. Well, it's not a tag, it's a category. Moreover, IRL streams, music streams, and art streams are growing in popularity, and that's one reason for Twitch's forthcoming revised mobile app. Vindication ends up being hollow, yeah. As well as its new DJ program in partnership with major labels to allow DJs to stream popular music, which I do believe is coming out in August 8th. DJs and IRL streamers are also the first of Twitch's new creator clubs to help streamers find communities of like-minded people. The ironic part, by the way, maybe not the ironic part, the thing that I do find interesting about this, it makes sense. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea or anything, but it is so fascinating to me that in order to enable the development of content such as the Twitch Women's Guild, such as the Twitch Black Guild, and now the creator clubs, is that generally speaking, they've had to go off platform in order to have those kind of networking opportunities and have a Discord set up for that. When Twitch in the past owned what was effectively a competitor to Discord. Anyways, it's just one of those interesting things of what if Twitch hadn't fumbled the bag so badly when they purchased Curse. Yeah. Twitch can't shake gaming. There are new platforms that start and get flooded by gaming for sure. Yeah, I mean, gaming's never going anywhere. It is something that ultimately obviously has a value market for it because people like to see games. Games are fun to watch. You don't necessarily want to play all games. You would rather watch somebody else play it. And I think those categories will never go away. They're just not growth sectors for streaming itself because they're always going to be a draw there. There's more potential opportunity for non-gaming content that will ultimately drive new people. And I think an example of that is Kai Cenat, being that he is a kind of a unique character though. So it's not directly like, oh yeah, everybody's going to have significant growth because Kai Cenat did. No, but it is a kind of thing to show that people who have these kind of larger than life entertaining super energy, Jinxie's another case of that. I think you can build audience on just chatting content. Although, what's his name? You can build it easier than just being a gaming content creator. They should pair off travel vlogging to be its own thing and market it to TV. I actually kind of agree with you on that. That's one of the things that I said that they should do back in 2021, is that you have Prime, which is a video streaming service, and you have an endless amount of travel creators doing 8 to 10 hours a day of live content that you could easily package into shows that are 20 to 30 minutes long to then be able to stream a season of the Korea season, the Japan season, the Brazil season of whoever traveling to these different destinations in a first-person point of view, I think there's a market for that. I think people would actually enjoy watching that. The same way that people enjoy watching Chef's Kitchen. You just need somebody to take that 12-hour stream or 8-hour stream that goes on for 30 days and cut it down to its most key parts to actually build out an actual story there. But yeah, non-Twitch people would watch it. Yeah, because I think people. I mean, you take a look at like all those shows, the travel shows of people who go to different places and try different foods. I think there's a market, a big market there for that. I just don't know why they don't do it. It's like, hey, catch these shows live over on twitch.tv/Jake and Bake, Mr. Keem, etc. Cook sucks. Forrester agreed non-gaming content is an area of growth, but said there's still a lot of growth opportunities in gaming too. Oh no. All right, fair. Over the years that I've been at Twitch, 8 years now, we've gone back and forth being like, are there more gamers out there? That was a question. And then the pandemic hit, and we're like, yeah, there's tons more gamers, said Forrester. So we definitely think there's still opportunity in growing gaming as a vertical. All right. I'm guessing part of it is that the TV side sneer at streaming still? Probably, yeah. Isn't the most key parts called live stream fails? That's a market for key parts, and that could absolutely be indicators of good moments to center content around, for sure. You can create drama from what happens in LSF in terms of like somebody tripping and falling, or an encounter with a rude person. Like, there is absolutely opportunities to create that kind of reality show drama from reality that does occur, that then gets posted on LSF. The reason for products focused on non-gaming content is that it's more difficult for these streamers to find one another and create community. If you stream Final Fantasy online, you know who some of the other streamers are. You've probably met them. They probably know who you are. And it's much easier to congregate around that, where it's a little bit harder for streamers who are in non-gaming. I disagree. I think that most of the travel streamers know most of the other travel streamers. I personally know all of the people who typically talk about Twitch and streaming and business. And I'm friendly with most of them. I don't think that's true. I think the issue here isn't so much that it's hard to find the same way that you'd find Final Fantasy online. It's that viewers don't know how to find the other content. That's the thing that I think would be difficult. If you follow Goof Guy, who's a travel streamer, do you know to follow Cook Sucks? Do you know to follow Jake and Bake? Do you know to check out Mr. Keem? That's the thing that I think is hard. You know what some of the other streamers are. So kind of to kind of lean into this, and this is already the case, but there should be more incentive to encourage the rating of those other channels. So like, for example, me, if I want to help develop streams that are talking about Twitch and content creation and business, by making it easier to find raid targets of people who are live that talk about this that maybe I don't know, that might be the value point. But encouraging me to ultimately raid into Devin Nash or Harris Heller or Epos Vox or Loco or Stock Guy, like encouraging that level of kind of interactivity would be a priority, because then you're sharing audiences with community. You're sharing community with audiences of people who are already interested in that type of content. And I don't think they do that right now. I don't think they do that. I think they're trying to do that a little bit more, but I don't think they do that yet. And an example of that is the Raid browser, right? /Raid. How do you just pull up the Raid browser? There it is. It is starting to recommend people who are a little bit better. Who are, it's recommending people who are, it's doing a better job of recommending people who are within or close to a niche. And so you can kind of choose people who I am following, right? Similar, smaller size, which I think is that's a great metric, by the way. You should always rate similar, smaller size rather than rating super much higher. Same category, of course. This one I like, rated you, because, hey, I've never rated Sadine, but Sadine has rated me. Co-op once human with not handy. So maybe I wouldn't raid because I don't know if what once human is what people would be interested in, but it is interesting. And then, of course, events. So this is a charity stream operating, drops on that channel, streamiversary. That might be a reason to raid in. But yeah, so I do very much like this. This is on the dashboard, by the way. Hi, Underground Rescue Channel. How are you? Zach, thanks again. We'll be in touch. All right, no problem, Billy. No problem. A problem is actually identifying with, but misunderstanding is that just chatting is an extremely broad category. Yeah, extremely broad. Yeah. It would be very, very cool if they could figure out how to take the just chatting category. Wait, was that? Oh, I thought that was. I was like, Destiny's back on Twitch. Take the just chatting category and narrow it down a little bit more. I think that there is a politics category. There is, but nobody uses it, right? Like, we're in the most crazy of political times ever, and there's 875 viewers in the category. That seems strange. So how do you get people to do this? Well, as Twitch, you can offer incentives, and I think they're going to be doing this with the DJ category. Granted, they're kind of doing that because DJs are getting a little bit of a shaft. But you have to encourage the overall development of these categories. And so I guess going back to this, that's what the idea of the creator clubs is to try to inspire additional collaboration and understanding of who people are. So they are trying to address this stuff and trying to connect people with new people. But it's unfortunate that it always has to happen off-platform. I actually like the raid browser a lot. Would you really raid non-royalty Twitch news streamers? Non-royalty Twitch news streamers? What does that mean, Aureus? Doing good? I'm glad. What have I done here? Oops. Why have I done this? Well, I broke it. That's okay. I watched a little bit of it. Seems like Valheim, but sci-fi. You like COs are streaming? We don't stream at the same time, but I would, yeah. I think I've rated her in the past. Good Lord, is that Destiny talking to Dave Rubin? I don't even know who Dave Rubin is. I used to use politics, but extreme right-wingers crawl in and troll it. He continued, gaming creators have a thing to do. That's at the heart of it. As a streamer, you're always looking for something to do to entertain the audience, to really engage with them, and gaming creators have games. Games also create a natural rhythm, because there's always either new games coming out, or if you play a single game, they now have built-in seasons and mechanics to keep that game engaging. I'm not saying anything, never mind. There's always rhythm to keep your content fresh. For non-gaming creators, we believe collaboration is a real... fuck you. For non-gaming creators, we really believe collaboration is a really big arc to help them continue to grow. Oops. It all comes back to that mission statement. Enabling streamers to grow and be a part of a community. What traits a channel do you look for that makes you want to raid them instantaneously? I would say the big one for me, or there's kind of two. One, if you're part of this community, I give an immediate kind of credit to that. That's not what you're looking for in terms of an answer, but obviously, regardless of channel size or how you interact or whatever, people who are part of this community, of course, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, I've never raided that person before, let's raid them, or oh, I've seen them in chat before, let's raid them. That's more of just a hometown advantage, home field advantage, in that I recognize them. So might as well. But in terms of a channel that has never been here, that would intrigue me, it would be somebody who cares enough about the quality of their content. And by that, I mean that they're engaging with their community. It's not just, hey, they're putting on a game that they're streaming on, with somebody else in Discord, and they, that's it. It's just them streaming their game, and they're not really paying attention to chat. They're not doing, haven't done anything unique in terms of making their stream look or feel unique. There isn't a kind of a unique selling point to it. It just feels too generic. That's something that kind of turns me off. So if somebody, and you can kind of, it's hard to describe, but you can kind of tell when a streamer is like actively engaged in what they're doing and they're loving what they're doing. And that's really compelling to me. That feels good to watch. It feels like something that you want to continue watching. It's hard to describe. It really is hard to describe. But yeah, if you take pride in what you do, you try to make the overall experience unique. Like, for example, one of the things that I initially set for myself as part of this stream is having a lower third. Not that it's like a significant, the original one was terrible looking, it was awful, but it gave you a sense of, hey, this is what we're talking about and what we might be talking about next. Second thing, I throw on this for a lot of the streams, right? It's something small. It doesn't really change the overall content, but it shows something a little bit different than everybody else. I take an element of pride in trying to have a show that feels like it's a step up from what it could be, right? I don't need this, I don't need this, and I can still do the exact same show that I do now. But I think that it does do something to set you apart. It feels like there's an ownership there for me in terms of wanting it to feel special for you. So that's the kind of the way that I look at it, is that there's other people do that. Sometimes it's just having an overlay that they purchased for $15 off.
Have you ever thought about how to a horse the world is basically Candyland? Like they're wandering down a trail and boom, there's just some thistles. And then to the left,
is an example.
A delicious tree. There's just food all over the ground everywhere. Horses seem pretty excited about it. Subscribe with Prime.
Yeah. This is an example. Those ads are kind of an example of me trying to take a little bit of like, hey, I want to make something that I think is engaging and fun as part of it. So it's all somewhat related. It's all somewhat related. But yeah, that's kind of what I look for, is somebody who's taking an active interest in trying to do something unique. Channels that are entertaining and hold and keep an interest. True content creators? Yeah. Would it be wrong to say you like people who are doing something unique and interesting? Exactly, Taco Pete. Hi, Taco Pete, by the way. So this Future of Twitch article, is it from an official source? Yeah, so this is from Eurogamer, but it interviews two different executives as the main sources for it. And thank you so much for subscribing to the newsletter, Legendary. Appreciate it. I make my own overlays because I like having captions as part of the scene instead of just over everything. Yep. Horses are more intelligent than you think, Emmett. Well, grab with Prime. Both Forrester and Esky Boy state consistency is the biggest driver of growth. Oh, wait, hold on. I scrolled down. It all comes back to that mission statement, enabling streamers to grow and to be part of a community. But how is Twitch helping smaller streamers develop? After all, popular streamers like Kai Cenat make headlines for record-breaking streams and stunts, but what about those at the other end of the spectrum? Both Forrester and Esky Boy state consistency is the biggest driver of growth. Kai has put in a significant amount of hours to get where he is. It has nothing to do with hours. If you're crediting Kai Cenat's hours as the main reason for his growth, I got something to sell you. And it's not him being a top streamer. Kai Cenat's success comes from his energy, comes from the amount of excitement that he has on those streams, from his ability to turn the mundane into something electric. That has nothing to do with his consistency in the number of hours that he is streaming. I understand what they're trying to say here in terms of smaller creators, but and that's the frame of reference of how they're giving this advice. And decibels, yes, exactly. And his microphone's turned to a little bit too loud. XQC used to do that as well. But I would say that that's the least likely indicator of why Kai is successful. Anyways, Said Esky Boy. When I speak to streamers here at other events, it really is that consistency that I've seen has been key. And it's really see. This is where it's hard. By the way, hi Pete. By the way, did I say hello? I think I said hello, but I'm saying it again. I find Kai's content boring, but not my jam. Interesting. I find it. I do find it interesting. It's a different kind of interesting than I would typically. It's not like mentally stimulating, which I think is more important, and maybe. For Pete, maybe that might be more your kind of style, is something that is mentally engaging, that gets you kind of thinking. Whereas Kai feels more just like mindless entertainment. It just feels like big things happening, screaming, and what is happening. But that's also interesting too, to me at least. I put many hours into getting where I am, as this is how time works. He has a full-on production team around his stream. Yeah. But he didn't always, or maybe he did. But anyways, now he absolutely does, for sure. Just grind and do nothing else but stream. That's all it takes. Yeah, so it really is difficult. This is why most people who give advice to smaller creators get shit on relentlessly on Twitter, is because for every single time you give advice, there's going to be at least 50% of the people who goes, that's terrible advice. It really is. You can't inherently... advice giving is difficult. Advice giving is difficult. It's why I would never want to do something without the caveat of, hey, here's just an idea. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, it's not for you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I think consistency is important. I do, but I don't think that's the main driver of people's success. It does really come down to, yes, the consistency, but the quality of the content, the product that you're putting out there on Twitch. If you're streaming for 8 hours a day and 7.5 hours of those are you just silently sitting there playing a video game, that's far less engaging to the potential people who may stop in, who may sit through a pre-roll and then come in and then nothing happens and so they leave. I think it's the quality aspect of that is that you can be consistent in streaming 1 hour per day, 3 days a week, but those 1 hour are jam-packed with all of your energy centered in. You talk the entire time. You have things you want to talk about. You're passionate about what you're doing. There's a goal in mind. You think of it like a story. You have a beginning, a middle, and an end. What are we doing today? Here's us doing it. Did we accomplish it? And you can do that in gaming. You can do that in gaming very easily. If you have a particular task, you can make a story of it. That I think is way more important than just consistency. So, but again, contextually, it is what it is. It's still good advice. Consistency is key, but also don't put all your eggs in one basket on Twitch. Speak to the people on social media and grow the brand out. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So different than running a business. You have to be put in the work off and on. You have to adapt. And it still may not work. You may have, but you'll have a better chance. Yeah. Yep. Forrester also advised consistency with regular stream schedules to give viewers a heads up on when streamers are live. See, this is the only thing that I would say is wrong with these answers, right? Is that if you are an executive at Twitch, you should have a series of answers, a series of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. For any time an interview, anytime a streamer with 10 viewers comes up to you and says, hey, what do I do? Go, well, are you creating content for TikTok? Are you doing this? Are you streaming this? Is your energy high? I think you really have to have that kind of locked down rather than this sounds like it may have been an interview together, rather than going, yeah, I agree with him. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't think that's super valuable. Again, I don't know necessarily who's going to be reading these articles, but anyways, I just feel like this is the advice that every single streamer who has 40 viewers will tell the people who have 2 viewers. Be like, oh yeah, just be consistent, have a schedule, make sure that when people join your stream, you say hello. Like, it doesn't feel like that's the answer that should be coming inherently from the executives of the company overall. And again, not trying to like shit on them. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying that there's more to this that could be offered that I think would be a good thing to do. But let's continue reading. I might have to eat my own words here. He also noted how streamers are getting more creative to engage the community and ensure streams are unique. Okay, so I guess referencing things like Tangia, fourthwall, BTTV, etc., because those are things that help create engaging and make sure that your streams are unique. Maybe. But I guess you can't say that because those are third parties. As for Twitch, the Discovery feed and new mobile app will aid with discoverability for small streamers. Question mark. It doesn't guarantee that it will aid with discoverability for small streamers. Particularly if you're giving people a feed of content. I've gone through that feed. It's mostly partners. It is mostly partners on that list. And the reason for that is because from a platform perspective, you're just going to serve content that like their goal isn't to help. Okay, here's me breaking the hearts of small streamers. I'm sorry, but Twitch's goal isn't inherently to help small streamers grow. It's to get people to watch streams. Those two things can sometimes align, but many times they're not mutually fact. They can be independent of each other. The reality is, and this is why for years Twitch was sorted by high to low, is that typically higher quality content rises up in viewership and as such is more engaging for people to watch the first time that they want to watch things. So there's no inherent guarantee that because Twitch is doing this discovery feed that they're like, oh yeah, we're going to start putting small streamers into your discovery feed so that people can find you. They may go, yeah, we did that. And they've already said this. That they put small streamers on the front page and it resulted in less people watching Twitch. So I would not bank on this being a boon for small creators, but I would think that it helps creators who are doing something unique and entertaining and engaging and putting a lot of work in will actually result in some level of increased discoverability. Growth also depends on what your goals are, for sure. Yeah. The advice executives should give new streamers is to use guest star. I mean, they came out of the gate with that one. Does the Twitch feed help small streamers? The answer is never. Serving the better content to viewers and surfacing smaller creators aren't the same mission. Right. Correct. Yeah. People actually left this. Yeah. Twitter. It's easier to type x.com, yet I still type Twitter. From Zach. Oh, God. Okay, God damn it. I thought it was going to dox me again. God damn it. Oh, God. What are we doing? I wasn't reading. From Zach Bussey. Small streamers. Every now and then, that little pop-up just leaks your phone number. Every now and then. Yeah, here.
When we make recommendations to our users, we love encouraging and supporting smaller streamers. We love small communities. We've actually done a lot of experiments where we tried to see, oh, what if we increase the number of small streamers and like we've like adjusted things to see if that would work. The answer is it didn't work, interestingly. It actually led to less hours watched on the platform. And actually didn't grow the smaller streamers. Okay. When we recommend...
They already have data to suggest that small streamers don't help Twitch. And they're... So, again, not to break the hearts of small creators, but don't bank on the discovery feed being the thing that ultimately leads you to success, is the TLDR here. Hi, Gingerbread Beauty. How are you? And hi, Auntie Lamons. Nice of my internet to come back again. Welcome back, Chef. Zach, I don't use my password manager in my main browser because it could leak my password, even though I would show up as blank. Also, Zach leaks the full Bussey. That's true. So small streamers are shite on average. Well, no, they're not. It's not that they're shite. It's just that Twitch's people, different creators are going to be interested by different people. I know plenty of smaller creators who just have not been discovered yet, have not had the opportunity, or have not done the things that have helped them get in front of people. I mean, hell, I would argue that I'm not doing the things that would help me get in front of people. So I'm my own. I'm not taking my own medicine here. You can do many things right and still not grow. 100%. I feel that time is important, and you may just not have found your audience yet, for sure. Small streamers doesn't equal interesting streamers. There will be diamonds among them, but it's just hard to cherry pick. Yeah. Fuck making TikToks, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair. I know I am shite. Okay. I'm not saying. God damn it, you guys. Someone's going to come up with an argument. They're small for a reason. I too know that I am shite content-wise. There are some small creators that stand out more than others, for sure. Also, work your YouTube funnel. I found this out recently. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why I do want to stream here. I've always been so... I've come up with a billion different excuses and mindsets on why I've not been able to create content on YouTube. But I think by nature of getting over this hump, that maybe I can start doing it. Without sympathy, views, and other streamers networking, a lot of smaller channels would be at one. Yep. Hi, Scintilla. How are you? Yeah. I feel like I'm still finding my core community as my content and interests are evolving. Absolutely. Absolutely, Velvet. Yeah. It's the nice part about being or it's one of the nicest parts about being a live streamer. It's that unlike other platforms, if you change your niche, if you evolve over time, people leave. And people still do that on Twitch. Let me kind of put an asterisk here. If you're known for playing Final Fantasy and then you switch to playing Overwatch, you'll lose 50% of your audience. But if you approach the evolution of your content in ways that is not like all or nothing overnight, a lot of people stick around. A lot of people will be around regardless. You end up to Twitch's benefit, they do recognize it, is that you do end up building deeper relationships with your community on Twitch than you can anywhere else. So that much is true. And so the nice thing about being a live streamer is that if you were, unlike being a YouTuber or a TikToker or an Instagrammer or a Twitter user or a whatever, people follow. People will follow. So like you guys, if I was just like, hey, can you guys go follow my TikTok? Can you go follow my YouTube? Can you go follow my Instagram? Can you subscribe to my newsletter? Like, you guys do it because you like the content here. You presumably like who I am and the content I create. And if you were to do that same thing on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, you would probably have a more difficult time of getting people to check something else out. And that's just by the nature of it being live and interactive. But yeah, it is one of those kind of longer relationships than like digital content creation relationships than it is on Twitter, where you're just reading a tweet and then I can't get anybody to subscribe to my newsletter. It's not true, but there's 3,500 people who subscribe to the newsletter. There should be 10,000. And every single time I'll be like, hey guys, if you like this kind of update, subscribe to the newsletter. No updates. 57, I'm still newish to all this tech and how it works to different platforms in a productive manner. Yeah, I'm still working on that too. It's a never-ending thing that you kind of learn. Community connections make people stay. Yep. I mean, we tolerate you. Hey, Catherine, that's a fantastic way to approach it. I like the tolerance of me as a person. I did, however, grow my follower base to over 1,500 last year, and that's was missing 3 months. I have major surgery. Damn. Hopefully you're better now, though. Welcome back, Paulie. I wonder how many people find out about you from your blurps that play on other channels. Your newsletter needs a blurb of the week. It's actually not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Tell people that they'll get blocked on Twitter if they don't sub to the newsletter. Or alternatively, tell the people you helped to sub to the newsletter. That's at least another 25K. Somebody found me from a blurb recently. Oh my god. Twitch's discovery has historically always been we give you a suite of options and the viewer chooses which one they want to watch, he said. That makes it really hard for us to actually direct traffic. That's one of the reasons why when you're small, it's like, I don't feel like I get viewers. It's because we give viewers a whole lot of different options and they choose the things they want to watch. With products like the feed, we are going to have more control to hopefully grow smaller creators. And if we find someone who's getting success, how do we make them grow faster? Historically, it's been hard for us to do that. All right. All right. We'll see how it goes. I'm intrigued, but we'll see how it goes. It's clear then there's still room for Twitch to grow and for its features to expedite that. Let me read this sentence again. It's clear then there's still room for Twitch to grow and for its new features to expedite that growth by, as the mission statement suggests, enabling streamers to find and grow a community. The platform has weathered plenty of storms. This year's negative headlines being no exception, but by listening to streamers, Twitch is seeking to maintain its position as the #1 streaming platform. Yeah, okay. Fair. I personally feel very confident about where we are right now, surmised Forrester. We're structured in a way in which we have a very good line of sight for the next few years of where we want to go and where we want to be. That's something really great about the platform. It's rare that you find a business that is so tightly aligned between monetization and growth. Ooh, interesting. Which is for us, if we can get a viewer into the right streamers community, that's what keeps them around. It's rare that you find a business where all the parts are really tightly coupled and we're all focused in the same direction. It's not that rare, actually, but okay. I think most successful businesses are when you have a very clear idea of where you want to be and everybody is working towards that mission. But okay. And the ones that aren't are the ones that fail, but Twitch and its live streamers seem more aligned than ever. And by the way, I guess that's technically true of Twitch in that Twitch had not been tightly aligned. And so this is something new for Twitch to be tightly aligned, to have a kind of a narrow focus with a mission statement and a goal and where they want to be. Whereas historically, they've kind of just been, at least under Sheer, they were, yeah, let's just develop a bunch of random fucking features and hope for the best. Nearly flew the ship apart. Twitch and its streamers seem more aligned than ever. Then, as the platform seeks to overcome its past and hopes for a brighter future.
My name is Sashi. I'm a variety streamer. I'm a pronoun
God
she, her, and
damn
Zach
it.
Bussey is a piece of shit.
Hi, Monarchy. You just made a great choice. Welcome to the TOS.GG newsletter. Long overdue. I don't stream, but I love the prep work you do, ZB. Appreciate you. Thank you, Vader. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have you attended a TwitchCon before? I've attended 2 TwitchCons before. I went to TwitchCon 2023 in Vegas and TwitchCon 2019 in San Diego. Isn't that how business works? Yeah. Tightly coupled between monetization and growth. The music will stop the moment our users' acquisition falls behind. Yeah. What are the comments here? Only 10 of them. Let's see. It's unfortunate that underneath most Twitch streams these days, I'm having a hard time finding a normal, civilized, and respectful discussion. It's all just spam, mockery, and people spewing all kinds of weird stuff. Moderation is not a solution. Rather, it should be about educating people on how to behave normally. Although with the state of the internet these days, this might be a pipe dream. How do we get this guy? I don't know if I want this guy watching. Never mind. I'd put it all down to the main demographic, watching being teenagers. And if you've never met a teenager in the wild, I can assure you they are fucking...
shouldn't feel safe in this space, Zach Bussey.
I can assure you they are fucking weird and depressingly unfunny. They will all grow into relatively normal, well-rounded adults, as most of us did, but for this part of their lives, it's best to lock them in their rooms and let them fester on Twitch until the metamorphosis is complete. What a fucking comment. What an absolutely hilarious comment. As I said before, I'm going to TwitchCon San Diego. It'll be my first. Enjoy, Billy. Enjoy. Billy, the biggest thing I would recommend for somebody who's going for the first time, network with people ahead of time. Find out other people who are attending and plan to meet up, because I think that's one of the best parts of TwitchCon is the social elements of it. The convention itself is whatever you take from it, but the socializing elements of it, I think are very valuable. This reminds me of that one blog post we read, and the comments were all super interesting. And bring hand sanitizer. Yes, and bring hand sanitizer. Have they ever spoken about buying up live sports licenses in order to let people stream them? No. They don't have the money for that. I think they may have thought about that in the past. I think they did make a couple deals with like the WNBA. I think they had a podcast. Women's NH National Hockey League, maybe it was. Women's Hockey League. They had a deal with them. Yeah. 3-year deal in 2019. They signed with the NWHL. I've seen you on Pornhub. Yeah, so they've made some deals in the past. I just don't know if they ever leveraged them to do anything with it. Con sickness. Yeah. Socializing with folks in town is great. Still sad I was out of town and couldn't show Zach the best food in Vegas. Wasn't there supposed to be wrestling or something? Yeah, they had some wrestling at some point. Do not touch the grass at TwitchCon. True. I am sort of already famous for playing PUBG. Never at all of the big boys and girls. Now all the big boys and girls know me, and I have many networks already, but thanks for the input. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Live sports watch-alongs would create massive growth. Maybe. I don't know if they would or not. I think that there is a market for that, and I think the best person that you can look to, I hate to say it, but I think the best person you can look to is Miskiff's UFC thing that he's doing. His MMA night that he allows people to stream that they do out of their gym. Anybody can stream them on Twitch. I think that is actually is some indication that, hey, maybe there's a market here, but it's not a huge market. Not a huge market. Hi, Alexis. Imagine the majority would be teenager streamers. Man, I'm glad Twitch has not has some grown adults too. Yes. The MMA thing he's doing is having great success. Yeah. Most Twitch streams. Most streams you tune into, maybe. I think it entirely depends on the streamer and what kind of audience they foster. I keep around 10 to 15 on my watch list, and the vast majority are fun and wholesome, with some very witty, mad chatters. The only thing that baffles me about Twitch is the 4,000 people tuning into me at 9:30 on a Monday morning. He's great, but what are these people doing with their lives? Why is he catching strays? Probably living in a different time zone. Fair enough. Should we send this to Limmy? Is it Limmy, by the way, or Limey? I never know. And he's been here. I'm never quite sure. Flash user. Not a subscriber. Follows you since, beginning of the year. Beginning of the year. Definitely not Limey. I didn't think it was, but who knows? I thought it was Limmy. But I should double check. No mention of the subscription price rises for a good number of countries. That's the real future of Twitch, an increase in cost for viewers with a decrease in varied content as they ban ever more content that could be seen as not advertiser friendly. The real future of Twitch is probably the balance of ads versus turbo, with creators kind of in a weird middle of trying to get subscribers. But for Twitch, those two things are more directly related to their overall business strategy than subs and bits are, even though Twitch benefits from subs and bits. They don't have near the level of control that they do over ads and the understanding of what it means to their reoccurring revenue with Turbo. Filters are pretty much useless and broken, especially on mobile right now. You have to guess what streamers typed in without any actual way to browse the tags of streamers that are online right now. Not to mention the app lagging and loading up more streams, so you can be stuck in a loop of scrolling down the same 20 streams as it tries to load more. Well, yeah. 10:30 probably told him not to come. Oh, told him to come. Oh. Probably why we only heard from him once in chat. Said a whole lot of nothing really, and some of it is the same nothing they were saying in 2020. I I mean, they're being they're not wrong. They're not wrong, but there is some context where they may be correct. As I said, it is a smaller company now by nature of layoffs, that there is probably tighter unity. And there is, if in past, the overall bullseye target was limited, right? For Twitch, they were just throwing random darts at the board and hoping that some of them landed with creators such as hype trains and stuff like that. Why are you inserting words? I don't know. But by nature of having layoffs and by nature of being broke, they've basically said, all of this region, we can no longer target. We can no longer target. And in fact, ideally, we have to be within a tighter range of the bullseye overall. Because if we don't, it's not good for us. So there is some level of refocusing as a result of existential potential bad things that can happen if they don't. And financial reasons are a great way to kind of align people and focus people on a singular target rather than the random board of the past. So I actually do think that there's a positive there. That's a nipple. Well, okay. Hi, Hecky. How are you? Do you know if the... Wow. Why is my voice doing that recently? Do you know if the increased sub prices adds more percentage to hype trains now? Not sure how it worked before with regional pricing. No. So I don't think that it actually changes... I don't think so anyways. I don't think that it changes the overall pricing. Because if you take a look at the hype train, the overall split is... I think starting is like 4 subs. It's not denominated in dollars. So I don't think so, whereas bits obviously are denominated in dollars. When did Zach become a weatherman? God damn it, Cash. I don't think so. So a turkey sub and a US sub used to give the same percentage? Correct, they did. Yeah. It didn't matter what sub it was. Only the tier mattered. But yeah. Hecky makes all the voice cracks? Okay, thank God. Oh, wait, you're saying that Hecky makes all the voices crack in terms of it being... Okay. It's like, I'm like a teenage boy is what you're implying. Okay. I get it. Hi, Spencer. I also love how eBay came out with a better X logo than Elon and probably didn't lose any money doing it. Probably true. I noticed with gathering... Oh, wait. 1 second. I just realized. Okay. It's good. I was like, where's my phone? And then my phone wasn't around. I'm not sure if this is a compliment or not. I think it's a compliment. No, it's nonsense. Okay. Zach, tweet Mikey Minty and ask him how hype trains are impacted by substream prices. You know, I will, Singletary. I will actually do that after stream. I noticed with gathering misery over the last few years that the word community has essentially become an interchangeable synonym with market. This shows us that marketers understand that ordinary people yearn for actual viable communities in their lives. And that perhaps they know that many are dull and naive enough to believe that these private companies can satisfy that need. The tragedy of the commons in it, Twitch or Xbox or YouTube or Manchester United, doesn't really have a community. It has a loyal customer base, which it wishes to remain loyal for the purpose of further commercial exploitation in pursuit of growth. Streamers within this ecosystem and other platform users who leverage the platform for revenue, it's a bit more complicated, I think. There are clearly some that operate with this nakedly cynical framework of growth and leveraging loyal consumers for that purpose. I'm sure people can think of some without my having to give examples. There are some that hew to a more old-school conception of online communities with a relative lack of cynicism. I'd consider Digital Foundry to be one such example, where I suspect revenue is reinvested in the enterprise to pay staff, etc., rather than to line rich's pockets. It's an interesting phenomenon that I'd like to see fleshed out more. All that said, I wish trade journalists would be more skeptical about the C word as when it's used by these companies. Hey.
Zach Barack Obama.
I'm not saying anything,
Here.
Barack.
I just want to say that the price increases are great for America. With my world-leading Obama Bits plan, all viewers will legally have to subscribe to a streamer because the real community isn't marketers. It's the MVPs who spend lots of money on their fave streamer.
Okay.
I want to thank you for staying quiet, mostly during this, Zach. I know you were speaking during the start of it, but I have given up on trying to teach manners. God bless America and chat.
With working with many clients, they treat the word community like it was the word marketing. I'm happy to see someone else pointing this out. Lander said that on YouTube, by the way. Hi, Workers Pulse. Did you see the news that Will Smith and Twitch? I did. Will Smith broke the record on Twitch. Big news from Will Smith. Good for him.
Everyone buy Obama Bits on your Obama phone.
That's it? Okay. Thank you, Arius. Will Smith is back? Yeah, he is. I heard Will Smith wants to co-stream with you. I think so. I think that is in fact the case. I think we're going to sit down and chat about the same way that Dan Clancy had DJ Jazzy Jeff. Will Smith will be here. Is there a Justin Trudeau AI voice? Oh God. Oh dear. This comment is how do I get rid of this? This comment is certainly, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It's maybe a little bit more, what's the word that they used? Cynical. It's maybe a bit more cynical than even I would think overall, because I do think, again, especially with Twitch I think that Twitch does have a community. I do think that it does. It's one of the weird platforms that actually does. YouTube doesn't. Xbox probably doesn't. Manchester United, I don't know. Maybe they might get closer. Fandom is kind of can be a special thing. But I think Twitch kind of does.
Zach is a legend.
Oh, thank you very much for the bits. Thank you. Billy, thank you very much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. And welcome. But yeah, anyways, it's not entirely wrong. It's not entirely wrong. One of the things, like, if you want an example of that, historically, one of the things that has been used in marketing by Starbucks is something called the third place. Go on. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Bussey. Interested in accepting refugees from the United States?
I may have to. Unfortunately, well, it may end up being a similar situation to Kings and Country, though, because I do need we're gonna need employees to work on future Bussey farms. And that I do need. That's why I want to get some land, grow some gardens, have some chickens and stuff. So you got to help out with that.
Bits.
That's how that works. I don't know.
Book the refugee tickets for me, please.
I can tell you about this stuff. Got a degree in community development. Oh, interesting. Starbucks considered themselves to be a third place. Like, it was part of their entire marketing strategy. Reimagining the third place, how Starbucks is evolving the store experience. This is in 2022, but they've always kind of had this kind of plan for a while. And historically, the third place was your first place is your home, your second place is work, and your third place is the places that you end up going when you're not there, but you do go relatively frequently enough that they become part of your routine. Churches, cafes, bars, clubs, libraries, gyms, bookstores, hacker spaces, stoops, parks, theaters, etc. And it's kind of the same idea as this comment is describing about community, in that you don't really have digital third places, but sorry, there haven't been brands that have marketed digital third places, but I would argue that a Twitch chat can be a digital third place. If you come to this stream and you hang out, you get to know the regulars here, you become a regular. Sometimes you buy bits for sounds and to be part of things, and you subscribe to, like it's a gym membership. It's a similar things to what you would do in third places in real life. The inherent problem is that when brands end up taking it over and being like, yeah, we're going to start using that for our own thing and building our own third places. The amount of time I spent discussing what is community, yeah, I believe it, Illusion. I realize all my places are the same place. Homework, Twitch. Well, again, that's what I mean, Cohen, is that for you, Twitch might actually be that third place digitally. For me, it is. And actually, I only have one place. I have home where I work from and spend time. I don't have anywhere else where I go. I don't go anywhere else. So that's what Cohen is saying. Got it. Oh, all my places are the same place. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were saying that you had 1, 2, 3. Got it.
My third place is just outside my house in the alley with my
True.
fellow Americans.
Tell you what. That's right. That's accurate and true. In any case, it's, as I say, for Twitch probably does have a community. But
Bridgeboy35 asked me, "Hey Regina, what do you think of the community on Twitch? Does the community of Twitch matter?" Oh my God, like totally, Twitch community is like so important. You have no idea. I mean, where else are you going to find a bunch of people who think they're famous because they have a few followers? It's like high school, but with worse lighting. And let's be real, the drama is just like chef's kiss. So, yeah, I'd say it matters, but only if you care about watching people pretend they're interesting.
wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I have watched, of course I've watched Mean Girls. I haven't watched the recent one, by the way. They did a remake of it. My community brought to you by Factor. True. Anyways, all in all, I do understand this person's skepticism about a platform using community as marketing, right? That's been done for a while. And like even like the description of the job of working for a brand in social is community management, right? So it is probably interchangeable. In terms of market management, social marketing.
I had to settle for a teaming up with Hugh Jackman and making a Deadpool movie since Zach won't use stream together with me.
The one comment I remember the most is YouTube has no community because there is no hype trains. Oh no. So it's exploitative to use it in this way. I don't know if it is or not. I think that the ultimate intention behind it does matter, right? For Twitch, I don't think that it is. At least in terms of how they're using it in this overall article. If this was about Xbox Game Pass and like what they're doing there, or EA, where there's a history of trying to exploit the community, I would say so. Because those, I think it's possible that Twitch ends up doing this in the future if they survive. But right now, I would say that Twitch is way too reliant on the community itself in order for it to be exploitative of it. And so they're going to try to do things to encourage, because again, they're trying to make money. And when you make money or I make money or whatever, they make money. But yeah, it's kind of in this weirdish gray zone of sorts that I don't think that Twitch is inherently doing anything nefarious. So but you do see this a lot with other companies that I think you can point out and be like, yeah, people use the word community. Oh yeah, the community here, the community there. And not so much that I think that they have any kind of wholesome intent. They just go, hey, if we use the word community, they're going to like us and buy our product more. The difference, again, I think the difference with Twitch is that ultimately you have the creator who is directly responsible for the content and building the communities on Twitch, whereas Twitch is providing the service on top of that. So what do you think Twitch's lifespan is? Like, in terms of when I think Twitch 100% just goes away? Like, if it manages to last without having any issues financially? Wholesome intent. Should can be interchangeable by marketers and community managers, so there's that. Yeah, or sold off. That number changes for me. It changes for me a lot. How is it not exploitative of Twitch to tap into the parasocial relationship to make money? Or vice versa. How is it not exploitative of Twitch? Right. Yeah, I get that, Salty. I get that. It's why I think it's kind of in a weird space. How Microsoft is raising prices on Game Pass any more exploitative than Twitch raising prices. The only reason why I would say it's more exploitative to raise prices on Game Pass versus Twitch is because the end user of Twitch is ultimately the creators on it, who have no control over it. It's something that directly impacts their lives. And so it requires a little bit more, like, I think that creators should have some level of control over that, because they're going to know their audience better than Twitch is at whole. Twitch may go, oh yeah, we're going to raise prices and we'll see a 10% decrease in overall subscriptions, but that's not going to impact, if that same thing happens on Twitch. Wait, I meant to say Xbox before. If Microsoft raises prices in Game Pass and goes down 10%, they understand where that's going to have impact on their bottom line. But on Twitch, if they say, hey, we're going to raise prices and it's going to result in a 10% decrease in the amount of people who subscribe, that's not going to evenly be applied to all streamers. They can't tell whether or not it's going to impact me 27% versus Asmongold, well, that's a bad example, versus XQC only 1%, right? And so the overall impact may not be fairly distributed, so that smaller creator, again, I don't have the data here to know for sure what the outcome is, but a smaller creator might get a harsher impact than a larger creator, even if, again, and that has nothing to do with overall their XQC losing 1,000 subs isn't going to change his life, but a streamer who loses 3 subs that only has 10, that may actually be something of impact to them. So it's a kind of thing of it's slightly more exploitative in that regard, in that I don't think that it fully considers every... it doesn't. It just can't. They possibly could not consider every single individual and be like, oh yeah, your subscriptions will actually be impacted more, so we're going to keep your prices a little bit lower and then gradually build them up. I don't know. I don't think they could do that. I think that would require too much work and effort and math and stuff, but there is a tinge of difference there because the outcome is different on who's impacted. I think Twitch will be merged into Amazon Video. This is getting to who is the higher moral ground or how you define your values. Maybe. Billy, I would say that Twitch is probably no longer around as a overall platform in 15 to 20 years. I think that's the max life that it has. And I think that's true of a lot of different brands, by the way. 20, 25 years. Digital brands. In terms of Twitch itself, I think that there's either one of two ways that it goes. It'll probably end up at minimum 2 years. At minimum 2 years before could be changed, parceled out, sold off, shut down. Any kind of potential outcome is kind of like the worst case scenario, like the, oh God, the sky is falling case scenario. But I would say probably my feeling is Twitch will be dramatically different before 2030. Before 2030, I think Twitch will be dramatically different. But I still think that it'll be around for a longer time. Has any website been longer than 25 years? Oh, that's a good question. This is the point where I feel smug and superior for never ever tainting my eyeballs and earballs with Twitch. Okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so again, my general feeling with streaming, by the way, because 2 years doesn't sound very bullish. It doesn't sound particularly be like, oh yeah, everything is great. But my general feeling with streaming is that I think that you're seeing a lot of changes happening at Twitch right now. In terms of you can now multi-stream, which, while good for the, I'm streaming on YouTube right now as an example, good for the creator in order to have options, it does reduce overall risk. The other thing that I think is important is enhanced broadcasting, which is now available, by the way. Enhanced broadcasting is now available on the most recent release of OBS 30.2. To anybody who has a NVIDIA GPU, you can now send out self-encodes on your own PC, or you can operate the encodes on your own PC to deliver different qualities. These are the only ones that are available now. This is in the works. This is down the line. And the reason why I think that this is particularly important is not because it takes off money off of Twitch. It does... oh, God. Okay, that's my indication I have to go. It does ultimately reduce the overall cost for Twitch, but what it really does is it kind of removes the need for Twitch. If you can encode your own streams and it's easier than ever to send it out in a variety of formats, it doesn't... I mean, Twitch doesn't have to encode things to make it easier to consume. And so, again, it takes some cost off of Twitch. The only thing that Twitch has to really offer is the overall website in order to be able to find things. So it's kind of why, again, not today, but I do believe that the future of streaming will be somewhat decentralized and that people can operate their own live streams that, like, similar to Substack in that you, or Ghost or whatever, in that you can operate your own newsletter service, but you can also have interactions with other newsletters that recommend each other, and you can send, you can advertise on each other's, kind of that sort of idea of being able to split things up. Anyways, my general feeling and what I'm trying to say here is that while I don't think that Twitch is going anywhere, I think the future will be different, and I think that that future is playing itself out in real time, in that it's going to give creators options to do the things that they want to do and doesn't have to be directly locked into an Amazon-owned company to do so. So I believe that the best time for streaming is coming up. I still very much, and I've said this for many, many years, I still believe that that streaming's future is still very, very bright. It may be, metrics-wise dropping right now, but I still think that the overall streaming market is such a valuable, such an interesting type of content, such an interesting space, such a slower kind of content that doesn't require you to constantly be scrolling through a feed in order to get you hyper engaged in whatever is happening in the moment, and then putting you into the next thing, and then the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. I think that more and more people are going to, and you're kind of seeing that, in that people are just kind of fed up, and things like a cottage core have taken off as a trend of kind of living a simpler life. I think that those kind of things lean into streaming a lot more, in that you can just kind of put something on. It's familiar. It's in the background. You can participate. You can sit passively. You can consume it as a lurk. And so I'm generally bullish on the future of streaming. I just think it looks dramatically different than it does right now. You still need the video relay for low latency video delivery? Right. Singletary, yes. So again, as I said, in terms of like Twitch being like the arbiter of all things, though, these kind of technologies that allow you to offload a significant workload from the actual company itself can have the benefit of opening it up to others. So like right now, like Twitch doesn't own OBS. So right now, enhanced broadcasting only works with Twitch, but there's probably a future where it works with other things, where it works with the ability to set up your own streaming with Cloudflare, with whatever. There will be additional options that it enables in the future. Yeah. You reckon an Amazon Prime deal for an Uber Stream PC for enhanced broadcasting? The prices of for traffic will go down. It'll become mainstream. Less raw milk with cottage core, please. I agree with you on that one. Raw milk is gross. Yeah. I'm not going to say it. I almost made a joke. About raw milk and the only raw milk that you should drink, but then I got into a weird spot. Win guest star integration with OBS. God damn it, Matrices. Don't even say such things. Guys, with that, I do have to wrap up here, though. We do have to wrap up for today. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. We've been live for some amount of time. 2.5 hours, maybe. YouTube. All kinds of YouTube chatters today, by the way. Hell yeah. Billy, Lenore. Yeah. There's others. There's been others. I'm not doing myself any favors here and not screwing up. There's Crad. So, overall, a good experience for Sunberry. Loves indie games. Look at that. Monica. There you go. Thank you guys for making me look less bad now in terms of scrolling up. But yeah, no, I really do appreciate it. I'll definitely continue to probably stream moving forward on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I'm very, very happy with the Twitch client to be able, or this chat client to be able to pull in both. I'm very, very happy with this. So yeah, we only got through one article today. That's remarkable. In future streams, we have to talk about Honda driving deep with Twitch. How live streaming shatters the fourth wall. Fourth wall, exclamation mark, fourth wall. Not completely related, but exclamation mark, fourth wall. If you are a Twitch streamer or a YouTube creator, fourth wall is a great way to set up your own membership program. And if you use my link, you get a $15 sample credit. And then we have a couple of videos that I have to watch. How MTash lost 500K on Twitch by not clicking a button. Any money, it's ads. That's my bet. Hi, AFK. How are you? It's impressive we got through anything on the stream. Gold star. Thank you. But yeah, with that though, let's find somebody to raid. Let us find somebody to raid. Also, does anybody know how I can do a live redirect on YouTube? I don't even know how to find somebody live right now from this back end. All right. Live channels we think you like. Hey, let's do it. Let's use Twitch's tool. Channel. I have to figure out the live redirects on YouTube. Raid browser. Here we go. Raided you. Anyone? Lava. Well, that's a pretty good person to raid. Similar size. Nobody. Similar size. Watch Holly. Concentrate. Headshots. Art convention planning. What's good for Prime Day? Femboy gun cleaning stream. Are we playing games tonight? Mario Kart practice. And fundraising for Extra Life. Oh, I like fundraising for Extra Life. Mommy missed you. Okay. All right. Day 15 streamathon. Big moves happen. They just started. Ariana, first playthrough. It's cake time. You guys want to go watch a cake? Christian. Oh, man. Sorry. Religion's a weird thing. And I'm just... I don't care what you do. Whatever. There's no way her name is Bug Catcher, Jess. What? Is that real? Did I almost get a raid? Did you almost get a raid? Co-work? You guys want to do some co-working? Worst version chirps. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Anybody got an event going on? Drops. It's all drops. God damn it. That's a Pokemon reference. All right, I'm just going to pick somebody. Let's raid Aaron. Aaron's good people. Has not rated you in the last 30 days. You've not rated them in the last 30 days. I think we need longer time frames than that. Zach's AI is running low on battery. It's true. It's true. I already had enough of one. I don't know if fundraising life flow. We love fundraising. It's a Pokemon reference. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna raid. Start raid. We're gonna raid Aaron. Canceled. I can't clip that and send it to her. Zach said you don't exist. Why? What did I say? I said who didn't what exist? What? Who? What? Everybody grab that link. If you are in the Twitch chat, grab that link. I'm going to end the alt broadcast here. Stop that one. All right. YouTube. Thank you very much, YouTube. I will see you in the next one tomorrow or the day after, depending on how things go. But thanks so much, YouTube chat. Yeah.